Today I was asked to share about the ministry of Youth for Christ and what God is doing right here in our own backyard. There's some pictures that'll be behind me as well of some of the students that we have the privilege to serve. It is our mission to engage unreached teenagers throughout Palm Beach County with the life-changing message of Jesus Christ, working together with the local church and other like-minded partners to raise up lifelong followers of Jesus. Let's be honest, it's been a challenging year. We finished off the last school year virtually here in Palm Beach County. One day we were on campus with students, the next we lost all access to public schools. But because of the relationships we had built, we did not lose access to kids. We were blessed with ongoing ministry due to the relationships we had with students and families prior to the pandemic. Just as quickly as the schools went virtual, so did we. We immediately resumed our clubs through the medium of Zoom, a word I'm sure most people are sick of. In early summer, we were allowed to begin meeting in person in small groups of 8. We had several groups meeting throughout the county. We've since had a few social distanced outdoor events and continue to meet with students weekly in person as well as virtual. Our virtual presence is now mostly through Google Meet, which is the school board approved virtual space. Several of our teacher sponsors continue to facilitate our clubs online. Through these avenues, we have been able to continue to share the life-changing message of Jesus Christ with students. Our high school team leaders were asked by one of their students to start an online book club during this time. The student invited a few of her friends and chose the book, I Don't Have Enough Faith to Be an Atheist. Through their discussions, the students asked many questions about God. And one night, Rochelle, after hearing Chelsea share the gospel and give an invitation to respond, prayed to receive Christ. Chelsea and Rochelle continue to meet, and Rochelle is learning to read the Bible and is growing in her faith. And so it's opportunities like these that God provided during this time that perhaps would not have happened if this had not occurred. And so God's opened doors where we think doors are shut, God can open. Our Parent Life ministry continues to meet with pregnant and parenting teenagers on a weekly basis. This church, Cross Community Church, has been so supportive of these girls and their babies. Through your donations of diapers, pull-ups, and wipes, we are showing the love of Christ to these young moms. They are also hearing the gospel and being given the opportunity to respond. Through this ministry, 2 generations are being eternally impacted, the young mom and her child. We've also regained access to the Juvenile Detention Center, where we're still able to meet with incarcerated teens. Our way of ministry at Youth for Christ is we say that we go to where the students are, because many of them are just not coming to us. And so we are grateful for the reopening of a lot of the facilities that allow us to go in, especially to incarcerated teens, because they don't have the choice to come out. With the challenges of COVID-19 came creativity. Our teams began considering new ways to reach students. One exciting ministry that has come out of this time is our Campus Life Jam. This club gives students the opportunity to express themselves through music, while also hearing about Jesus. It's basically a jam session. Many of our students have lost their extracurricular activities at school, no longer going to band practice or choir practice. So we've created a social distanced opportunity for kids to create music in a safe environment, away from judgment or comparison. Just in the last month, one of our students gained confidence in himself by overcoming his fear of trying something new and the fear of failing. He has embraced this ministry and has attended every week. Another student realized that he has a knack for music and now sees for himself that he has gifts and talents that he never knew he had. We've had many God praiseworthy moments through this new ministry. Another exciting project that is in the works is a partnership with a local church in West Palm Beach. They realized that they had space that wasn't being used, and we recognized the potential of how it could be. Through this partnership, we would have a presence on their campus 5 days a week. This would give us room to begin another parent life group, a new space for our Catalyst hip hop ministry, which currently meets in Lake Worth, and expand our campus life or Girl Talk small groups into this space. We believe this is an ideal opportunity to engage the community and the families there surrounding this church, which is also local to many of the schools that we are already ministering at. We hope to encourage students and their families to be part of the life of that church as we share Christ with them, and we pray that He will draw them to Himself. These are just some of the great things God is doing through this ministry. I'm so very grateful for Cross Community Church for your support and partnership. In these uncertain times, kids need something certain. Therefore, we will continue to share Jesus with them and offer them a solid rock to stand on. What's encouraging about this time is that all of the groups that have been meeting through the pandemic, because schools were closed, have all met at churches located in Palm Beach County. They're the first places that opened their doors for our students to come and gather. And we hope that now families in the community will see the church as an open door and a place where they are welcome and can learn and grow in a relationship with Jesus. And so we are grateful for those partnerships that we've had, that we've been able to expand that together through this time. God is not finished saving the lost. Luke 19:10 says, "For the Son of Man came to seek and to save the lost." These uncertain times has only fanned the flame to go to the places God calls us in order to proclaim His gospel to those who need to hear it. It is through the generosity of individuals, local businesses, and churches just like Cross Community that we can continue to pursue students with the gospel. God has continued to sustain this ministry amidst these difficult times through the generosity and prayers of His people, and we are grateful. Romans 10:14-15 says, "How then can they call on the one they have not believed in? And how can they believe in the one of whom they have not heard? And how can they hear without someone preaching to them? And how can they preach unless they are sent? As it is written, how beautiful are the feet of those who bring good news." So thank you, Cross Community, for helping to send YFC leaders into the world of teenagers to bring good news.